thank you to all the first responders. We appreciate everything you're doing.
I wanted to thank you all so much.
Thank you so much for being heroes, and bless you.
Torrance and police, stay strong, stay healthy.
We thank you so much for your hard work and dedication, and we're just so excited to welcome you back to Torrance.
Welcome back home. Thanks for all the hard work out there on the fire lines. We really appreciate it.
Welcome home, Torrance Firefighters.
Destructive wildfires threaten life and property across LA County starting Tuesday, January 7th. That same day, Torrance Fire and Police Departments got the call to get out there and help.
I've never experienced anything like that, where literally whole neighborhoods were on fire.
This was like nothing I'd ever seen.
Devastation. It was almost surreal. You see a lot of crazy stuff in this profession, and that was something I've never seen before.
That's that house we were just trying to save.
A total of 16 Torrance firefighters and 2 fire chiefs assisted with the firefighting efforts in Pacific Palisades.
We could see the smoke from here in Torrance before even leaving.
The first 48 hours was pretty intense. This was really the first one that I had been to where it was such a chaotic scene where people and homes were being imminently threatened and were starting to burn.
We go out on the strike team, we'll be on for 24 hours and they'll give us a day of rest and then come back on 24 hours later.
Over in Pasadena, a total of 25 Torrance police officers, supervisors, and a lieutenant rotated shifts, helping to secure the evacuation zones.
I was playing with my son and the text came out that needed some bodies to help out.
We all responded to the Rose Bowl. Our shift was going to be 6 at night to around 6 to 8 in the morning.
This was my first time responding to a disaster like the wildfires. Completely eye-opening once I got there, seeing all the structures destroyed by the fires and all the families displaced.
The homes were leveled. You saw foundations where the brick fireplaces used to be if they had that. The ones that were existing, they were unsecured, so people could definitely break in there. So our job was just to keep people out of there.
Both fire and police say this has been an unforgettable event.
So this house is on fire. What's left of that house is on fire. We're trying to save this one right here.
I think the hardest part was going back a couple days later to buildings that we had saved, only to find them burned to the ground.
Firefighter Norris got deployed again last week, this time to assist with the Eaton fire burn area in case of debris flows after the rain. And the support went even beyond our fire and police departments.
You had people that were all over the world, honestly, trying to figure out what do we do? How can we help, especially here in the city of Torrance? So we thought to give the city manager the authority to designate the ability to have one of our city buses stuffed with supplies that are truly, truly needed.
During 1 week, community members brought their donations to the Mary K. Giordano Regional Transit Center.
We got the bus!
And city employees drove up to Altadena to deliver the items.
We've got multi-shipments from different organizations, but the only city that actually brought buses was the city of Torrance, and that's really appreciative to our local community. They need all the stuff that these guys brought. There's no water up here, so water is huge. We probably went through 90,000 packages of 24 packs of water.
The 7-Eleven on Artesia Boulevard and Yukon Avenue donated 80 cases of water to help fill that need. The city's emergency services manager explains other donations quickly got dispersed.
The diapers, they actually had to start rationing because they were just so low on quantity. And because we were able to bring so much of your donation, they were able to actually provide full boxes.
Others in the community gave generously in different ways.
Food Forward supplies fresh produce to a number of what we call receiving agencies.
Some of those organizations are participating directly in fire relief efforts, and the produce that we recover is going to support.
Discover Torrance is teaming with all of our hotels to provide those who have been displaced by the fires with a special room rate.
At Sonesta ES Suites, we are a safe haven for families being affected by the fires. Whether you're a small family of 4 or a large family of 8, we're also pet friendly. All of our rooms are fully equipped with a kitchenette and a separate living area from the bedroom.
We got to get back to our community, so we might as well create a scenario where we can be uplifting in some way using our skills and services.
We've been through many fire evacuations before, but this one was exceptionally windy.
We're not just a barber. I feel like sometimes we're therapists. It's all up to them if they want to talk about it or not. If not, we could talk about the Lakers, Dodgers winning the World Series, you know. something as small as that.
It's more than a haircut. It's really detrimental that we bring people together through these services and be able to comfort them.
It's tough. I wouldn't know what to say because I've never been in that kind of position. This is the least we could do, show some support by making people feel good, especially in these rough times.
Some of the things that we're doing consist of making sure that people are led to the appropriate shelters. The Salvation Army is feeding at many of those sites, has case managers ready to work with those who have been affected by this disaster. We have emotional and spiritual care teams. We are there with them, walking alongside them, because they are our neighbors in need.
Sadly, one of our YMCAs in the Palisades did burn to the ground. We're really working to try to support them as much as we can. We received a massive amount of water, food, baby items. We kind of snapped into high gear. That's kind of what the Y does. If there's a need in the community, that's what we'll do.
And the owner of John's Boutique in downtown Torrance donated half of her store inventory to help fire victims and used her space as a collection site for more contributions.
They lost everything, not only houses, the memories, everything. And it felt so bad, and I love to help, so I decided to do that.
Elected officials thank everyone, especially our first responders, who dropped everything when duty called.
I happen to know people who have lost their houses in those areas. I appreciate that the city of Torrance sent first responders to assist. And not only that, we collected donations for the communities. So thank you to our community and thank you to our first responders.
This is Torrance pride in a big way right here, just how we cared for everyone. It's a time to be grateful. It's a time to just sit back and realize that not only do we have an amazing city, but we have an amazing community, and it's made us stronger.
It is devastating, heartbreaking to see 16,000 structures were devastated. It is just unbelievable. Anytime we see any of the photos, videos, images, we see our firefighters right there, like a few yards away from blazing fire. Honestly, this is a bravery. This is utmost bravery. The commitment, the dedication to our community, and they put their lives on the line for us. Thank you for your services. You are the true heroes.
Your sacrifices are very appreciated. Not only you have to go out there and do the hard work near the Palisades or Altadena, you are also protecting us simultaneously. And for that, we are so grateful.
Always a sense of pride, but also scared for them, you know. It's like, just never know, looking at all the devastation that's been happening. Just want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart to our men and women of our police department and fire department for all the hard work they do every day. So thank you.
From the bottom of my heart, I want to say how much we appreciate you going and representing Torrance. We know it was a sacrifice for you. We know it was a sacrifice from your families, and we just want to say thank you.
We want to thank you for dropping everything. This was a major disruption in your lives and also in the lives of your family and your friends. But thank you so much for taking up the call and going out to the fire lines, because for those families out there, they really needed our support, especially at this very tragic time.
I would just like to give a big heartfelt thanks to our public safety, our police and our firefighters in this time of need. It's not easy working those long hours, being away from your families, but you really stepped up when people needed you the most, and we appreciate it.
My father is retired LA City Fire, and I remember when he went off to fight wildfires, and it was a scary time. And so I want to personally thank you for taking the time and being brave and going up and representing all of us and attacking that craziness that is up there and coming back in one piece. We appreciate you, and just thank you.
It is nice to kind of come back and share those experiences. We all kind of came together to lift each other up and notice when somebody needed a break, we would, offer breaks and kind of take different workloads. And I think overall it just worked really naturally and good.
You realize even though we spent 2 weeks and we come back to normal, and we don't forget about it, but it's not on the forefront of your mind. And these people are living that for the next 5 or 10 years of their life. And that's devastating for those families.
Watch more from our firefighters and police officers on our YouTube channel at Torrance City Cable. I'm Christine Lee with the City of Torrance.